morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube. Or it could be the afternoon or evening by the time you watch this video, I'm not sure. Anyways, today we are going to talk about how much I made my first year as a real estate agent, but currently have a couple showings to get to before I go sit at my open house today and get to that video. So just gonna take you along on the ride real quick, and then we'll get to that. Up to the open house, just gonna set up real quick and then we'll get to that conversation on how much I made. All right, so now that I'm settled in, I had a total of 5 showings this morning. So 3 before I filmed the first clip of this YouTube video, and then the new construction, which is what you saw me film, and then I totally forgot to film the last house, which is a pre-owned home. But either way, let's go ahead and get straight to the video. So they say that most real estate agents quit their first year, and I can totally understand why. And that's because that was also my hardest year. And reason being is I'm an agent in San Antonio, Texas, but I'm not from San Antonio, Texas. I'm from El Paso, Texas. And because of that, I don't have a gigantic sphere. And so unless you have a gigantic sphere, especially a lot of people who are looking to purchase at that time, also depending on your age range, then you're most likely not gonna sell homes left and right in whatever location that you're at. So for example, for me, I had to do a lot of door knocking, I had to do a lot of cold calls, I had to do a lot of open houses, and I created videos because what I was trying to do is I was trying to get different avenues and find my niche and where I'm able to bring business. So to basically get to the point, because I don't want to make this video extremely long, is my first year was my hardest year. And most likely you're going to endure the same path. You might have a more profitable year, or you might have even no business your first year. I know people who didn't even sell one home their first year, and it's totally understandable. It does not mean that you're going to fail or that you're not going to do good in this business. It's just your first year and you're getting the ball rolling. And if you're like me, when you get jumped into this business, you have no idea what is going on. So if I'm being completely honest, I probably made around $12,000 my first year, which was 2 sales and a bunch of rentals. Maybe I made a little bit more, probably under exaggerating. I think that's what you would say, or is it over exaggerating? Either way, I made about 12,000 to maybe 14,000. And that includes me doing rentals, a couple sales, and then also doing showings for other agents. But I can tell you within the first 3 months of my second year of real estate, I made more than that. And the reason being is because all the hard work that I did my first year, which does not go unnoticed in, the atmosphere. I believe in God, so I believe that, it didn't go unnoticed through God. But it comes back to you. And as long as you create these relationships with clients, and as long as you continue to nurture them, what's called nurture, by just checking in on them every now and then. And it doesn't have to be about real estate. You can just see how they're doing and creating these friendships with them. They're going to trust you, and in the future when they are ready, or when things are looking good for them and the specific type of scenario that they were waiting for because the market was intense at some point, they're definitely going to reach out to you. And so with me, like I said, I might have made maybe 12 to 14,000 my first year. I'm already almost, way past that. And the reason I make this video is because I think most agents will broadcast like their luxurious wins. So for example, you might see somebody who made 100,000 their first year, maybe even 50,000 their first year. And you would think to yourself, because you're not at that standard, that you're failing, but you're not. And the reason I bring this up is because I don't want you to quit. And I felt like at times when I first began this journey that I wasn't necessarily gonna quit. It's never crossed my mind, but there were times where I was really hard on myself for not producing as much as other agents that I saw in the office. And I would actually compare myself to agents who were seasoned agents and who have been doing this for years. But now that I have done it for almost 2 years, I can tell you that my second year has been way better than my first year. And it is because I continue to put the work regardless of what I was actually getting back. So I did put countless hours into calls, door knocking, open houses, videos, and I didn't see a penny from that. But now, a whole year later, I am making way more, if not double what I've already made my first year, and this is like way less time. And so I just wanted to let you guys know, be realistic of where we're at in our business. Don't be too hard on yourself. Continue to push forward, even if you're not seeing it. And then another thing to take in accountability, just quickly, is that I also had a full-time job. And so a lot of my time was cut, where I wouldn't be able to work. Fortunately, it was like a supplement shop, so I could sit down on my laptop and do what I had to do, but I couldn't make calls on those days. So if you're working a full-time job, even a part-time job, it's still taken away from what you're trying to do. So when you get to a comfortable enough position to let go of your job, you will also see your business grow. So don't be too hard on yourself if you're working and you're doing real estate, because once you dedicate way more time to real estate, when you have that, safety pocket or a safety bank account, funds that you want or feel comfortable with to quit, then you'll also notice that your business is going to rapidly grow. And so make sure you hit that subscribe button. I hope you guys like this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I would greatly appreciate it, and it would help me out as well. And you guys have a good day, and I'll catch you in my next video.